Welcome into this Belly Up Media presentation of the NLFA. It is Monday Night Mayhem, where we've got the Bombers versus the Roughnecks. I'm Vince Stover, and I'm joined by the one and only Jason Cooper. Jason, what can people expect from the NLFA this season?
Nothing but hard-hitting action, lots of fun. And listen, I thought NFL, it was over. I was ready to take a nap. My usual sports hibernation was about to begin. But ladies and gentlemen, wake back up. It is on and popping. It's time for some football, and I'm glad you're here with us.
It's amazing. We thought football was done. We thought we were done covering football for a while. And then the next thing you know, the opportunity arises. They said they went for us first before Joe Buck, Troy Aikman. They got us all locked up so ESPN could have the leftovers. But we're excited to be here. The kickoff, the debut of Belly Up TV live sports action right here for you. And the North Louisiana Football Alliance is here for you as well. Today, Jason, we've got the two best teams in the league right now, both 2-0. The Bombers and the Roughnecks. We got number one offense versus number one defense. And when you're talking about football, that's kind of the thing you're looking for.
That's exactly what you're looking for. Want to see which matchup is going to oversee the other. Quite frankly, the Bombers off to a great start. But again, 2-0 teams. So what can we expect tonight? Nothing but action, and I can't wait to get it started, Vince. Let's get it on.
Definitely. The Bombers have outscored their opponents 62-14 so far this season. The Roughnecks have only allowed 8 points so far this season. Something has to give. The question is, what will give first?
Indeed. And that, like you said, that's what you want to see in the NFL. Those types of matchups, and the Bombers on fire offensively. Can this defense come up, or is it the offense that have they played prior? Are they not stepping up to level? We're going to see today who proves out.
100%. AJ Esther, the starting quarterback for the Bombers. He's small, 5'6", 155, but he is an athlete as well as willing to throw the football. Roderick Long, the running back for the Bombers, I'm sure we'll see a lot of him, but they kind of spread out. Whereas the Roughnecks, they bottle everything up a little bit. They usually use two tight ends and run some power plays. You'll see two different quarterbacks with them, Ethan Ortiz and Weston Bigby. Ortiz more the thrower, Bigby more the runner. So we'll see a little bit of multiple quarterbacks today for the Roughnecks as well. Jason, if you're ready, we're going to get started. There's no kickoff in the NLFA. Both the team that gets the ball starts on the 20-yard line. So we'll start it there. And we'll get things rolling. Here we go with the kickoff of Monday Night Mayhem on Belly Up TV.
Let's get it. Don't forget to turn on your notifications and subscribe.
Technical difficulties. All right, here we go. Start of the game. Bombers with the ball first. Headed from their 20-yard line, headed down to the other end of the goal. Esther at quarterback in shotgun. Two guys behind him. He's going to pitch it to long to the right side. Here he goes. the ankle tackle. How about that form tackle there, Jason?
Yeah, it was a nice run actually to start off the game too, and a good tackle to prevent any further damage.
And you're going to see a lot of long. That's kind of their main thing, even though they spread it out. And here we go. Esther pitches it to the left this time for long. Looks like he broke the first, but then couldn't get it out. They're doing those ankle tackles to start off this game. First 2 plays.
Number 1 defense showing why, making some big stops so far.
Yeah, third, and it looks like about 9.5. See if the first pass gets thrown here. Esther, again, he can scramble and run as well. They like that pistol setup. Here we go. Drop him back. He's going to look left. Now he's going to run right. Here's the throw. Incomplete. Looking for Ted Nellums Jr. And 4th down right away, 3 and out for the Bombers.
Feeling the pressure from the defense. Going to have to make a deep throw. And looks like we got a punt at least. No kickoff, but at least they punt.
They do punt, and here he goes, coming up the middle. And, there you go. Roderick Long, the running back, with a nice tackle there on special teams.
Hey, when the offense is struggling, special teams can make a play for you.
All right, here we go. Roughnecks take over now, 1st and 10. It'll be Ethan Ortiz at the quarterback, Weston Bigby next to him. The other quarterback will also play as running back. Ooh, muffled punt. Sack. Right away. There it is. It's Taj Horton getting up there with the sack for the Bombers. Not the way you want to start off with a slow starting offense for the Roughnecks.
And the Bombers showing they can play defense as well.
There you go. Ortiz pitches. A Bigby to the left.
Ooh.
There you go. He's not going to avoid that contact.
Very elusive speed on the outside. Very quick. Looks like they're up in a 3rd down situation.
Yeah, 3rd and about 7. Bigby back to pass. His first throw of the game. Looking deep to the right and incomplete. That one knocked down by Jacob Daniels. And
just want to say my hat's off to you. The fact that you could even see that really makes me need to want to call my optometrist and make an appointment.
Today's episode presented by optometrists everywhere. Yeah, it's one of those things where there's a lot of looking before the play to make sure to see where guys are lined up at. A lot of confusion, it looks like, right now by the official. We are going to go.
Maybe we got a penalty. I think we got a penalty, maybe.
Been a pass interference call. They're moving the chains.
They did. Wow, didn't see the flag on the field. Look at that. 1st
down. Here we go. Ortiz hands it off. It's Bigby. Bounces out to the right, avoids the one tackle, runs over another guy before finally being brought down. Looks like about a gain of 6.
Great run there. Got to get your binoculars out to find out where he landed, but what a run indeed.
Weston Bigby. He started at quarterback in game 2 of the season, now starting at running back. Ortiz to the left, hits his man, knocked out of bounds, complete, short of the goal line still. Looks about 3 yards shy of the goal line. I'm not sure who that was that made the catch. Just looking at his size, looks like it could have been Jordan Jeter, but I'm not sure on that one.
Roughnecks taking it to the Bombers here early, right up on the goal line to start things off. And looks like we got some more confusion.
At least in our booth, right? Referee's blowing the whistle. He's talking to the guys over there at the chains. And everybody's good, it looks like. All right. There you go. He's putting the chains down. All right. There you go. He says, thanks for holding the chains. Now put them down. First and goal, I think, is what it is. 1st and goal.
That's quality work, fans. Quality work there.
Ortiz back to pass. Throwing to the right. It is caught, it looks like. No touchdown, though. Still short of the goal line.
Yeah, once again,
yeah. Get to the other side of the field. It's a little hard to see from this angle. Run to the left, sweep left, did not make it. Didn't look like no yards on the play, maybe even loss of a yard. So here we go. Ortiz now to pass. 3rd down.
Drops back. Stand tall.
Throws it over the middle. And looks like a touchdown. Let's see. They're celebrating. This camera angle does make it a little difficult. It is touchdown. Touchdown for the Roughnecks. Looky there. First drive for the Roughnecks, and they put up 6 points.
Nice. And extra point attempt here.
Over the middle again. Looked like they tried to do the exact same play, but the receiver didn't come through. The conversion's no good. So we stand at 6-0.
Well, I missed the cue on the score, Vince, but next time we got to we got to put the little score thing that we made for him. That was my bad.
Let's give him up there. Let's hold the game for a second. Let's see it. There you go.
There we go. Now we're getting it. Great job, Roughnecks. Way to start things off.
Yeah, big first drive for the Roughnecks. Here we go, Esther now. Yeah, back rolling left, throwing the other way, and hits his man. Whoa, did you see that defensive play there? My goodness, Roughnecks not making it easy for him.
Not at all, but a great throw and a great catch with the hit. So now moving the chain, the Bombers really got to step up now that the Roughnecks took it right down to them on the first drive.
Yeah, definitely. The way they've been able to put up points this season, they're not used to being held. So here we go. Esther rolling right, running. He's got some speed as well. Good tackling there. Looks like number
Roughnecks showing while they're rough. Huge sack there. I can feel it here from the booth.
Cordera and Hines with the tackle. Back in shotgun. Long to the left. He's going to roll out. It looks like an option. He's going to pitch it. It's long there. Oh, Long runs over a guy. Gets the first down. And a little exclamation point at the end of that play by Roderick Long.
Yeah, you're talking about the spread out offense. Maybe the speed starting to affect the Roughnecks a little. We'll see how it goes as this game progresses.
Yeah, in these first couple of games, Roderick Long's been so good. And then again, Esther has been solid as well on the ground, especially. He drops back to pass, throwing to the right. This one is, right through the hands. Butterfingers.
Got to make those catches, man. Got to make the catch. And he heard the footsteps. I get it, but you got to make the catch. Take the hit.
Rayshawn Cook with the drop, and it was just simply that, a drop. No defensive pressure on him there. Will it come back to bite him? Let's see. Dropping back to pass. Oh, fumble. Esther picks it up, rolls, a little scramble action. Throwing it to the left, short pass complete, and about a 4 to 5 yard gain there for the Bombers, making something out of something that could have been disaster for the Bombers.
Yeah, very elusive and, almost Patrick Mahomes-like to make something out of nothing there, make something positive out of almost a disastrous play.
Oh, we got a flag down. Going to move them back about 5 yards. Must have been some sort of false start. Esther throwing to the right. This one is caught. And the official says, yes, it is caught. Ooh. That one's Ted Nellums Jr., his second catch of the day.
Nice catch. Good way to keep the feet in bounds as well. So good catch over on the sideline.
We got two brothers, Ted Nellums Jr. and Tedris Nellums on this team, both wide receivers. Here's the pitch. Good run, strong run, running over defenders. Ooh. That's Trey Richardson. He's 5'7", 260. That's a load right there.
That's a huge load, and he showed why, carrying a few Roughnecks along with him. A big run for the Bombers, again, continuing this drive so far.
Yeah, they get the first down on that run by Richardson. Richardson's still in the backfield. And they draw, I think that's offsides. Penalty flag comes. They're going to move them forward. Yep, 5 yard penalty. 1st and 5 now, getting close to the goal line here for the Bombers.
Roughnecks are starting to feel. Okay, sorry, man.
You're fine. Esther rolling, scrambling, cuts through the middle, trying to avoid tacklers, and there's a bunch of them there, but he gets by them out of bounds. Good job.
Very elusive. Look at those cutback lateral moves. Great athlete, as you mentioned earlier.
There we go. That's the end of the first quarter. There you go. Belly Up Sports live. Let's listen to State Farm.
You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 a.m. Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
He sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
I didn't know you could still play that commercial in this day and time. But we do. We're back to second quarter action here.
Vince, I thought I was the funny guy. Come on.
Sorry about that. Esther throws it out to the left. Short pass there completed. The chains are down, so that means we're goal to go at this point. Looks like they're about, from where the referee's standing, about 2 yards short of the goal line. Richardson, the big back, is to the left of Esther.
Bring the big guns in.
Yeah, you got AJ Esther who can scramble, or you can get to the middle. It is Richardson. The big boy rumbles in for the touchdown, ties it up 6 apiece. Let's look at the extra point. Oh, here. All right, Roderick Long to the left, and the conversion is good. That's a 2-point conversion. Bombers take the lead 8-6, and that's the offense we expected to see from the Bombers.
Yeah, nice. A way to answer the big drive to start the game off, and the Bombers had to respond. They certainly did. Plus, getting the 2-pointer, that's big.
There you go, looking deep. Oh, that one's short. Oh,
he had him too. He had him, Vince. He had him.
Offense turns into defense there as number 26, Brian Williams, almost gets the interception. A great job by the wide receiver knocking it away. I believe that was Cameron Thiel. There you go, looking long again. And this one is intercepted. Wow, that one, not what you want. Here he goes down the sideline, up the middle. Still going. I see a flag fly. Let's see what happens here. All right, so the flag, the interception stands. But the flag will come back from where the interception, about 10 yards from where the interception was caught, it looks like.
It's too bad they didn't stick with that same play. They had the same receiver on the right side, wide open this time. He just didn't go. He went left, and it cost him.
You know, from what I can tell, Jason, it looks like the long pass is not going to be their bread and butter in this game.
Might not be his strong suit, that's for sure.
All right, AJ Esther takes over. 1st and 10 for the Bombers. Back to pass. He's looking deep. Going to the left. Incomplete. Overthrows Rayshon Cook, who had the drop earlier.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit of separation. But it was going to be a tough throw where that pattern was coming.
Yep. 2nd down. They stack up the backfield. Esther play action fake. Now he's scrambling, looking to avoid the sack. He does. Throws it complete. And that might be a 1st down for the Bombers there to the right side.
What a huge play. Yeah, again, elusiveness, causing things to happen. Great play.
I'm wondering if we're going to ever see Weston Bigby at quarterback for the Roughnecks, because he has a similar elusiveness as well. But we'll see if he gets the opportunity or if they stick with Ortiz. Here's A.J. Esther now in shotgun. A lot of pressure.
Oof.
Throws it. Incomplete.
Roughnecks bringing the roughness for sure. Wow, all over the quarterback this time.
Yeah, offensive line not doing much to help AJ Esther at this point. Here he goes, looking to pass. This time, much better protection. He's got Roderick Long on the left side. Oh!
Oof. Boom, shalaka laka. Wow, that was huge.
What a hit laid there. I believe that was Cordarian Hines. My goodness, here comes Long trying to make up for it. Dragged down, finally stopped. Never went to the ground, but they got his forward progress stop. So here we go. Is this 4th down?
I think this might be 3rd, Vince, but I'm not positive.
Okay. We'll find out, I guess. Richardson gets the pitch, goes nowhere. It was 4th down.
It was. Good call. Yes, sir.
Roughnecks take over now. Good field position for the Roughnecks. Looks like right on the 50-yard line. Still is Ethan Ortiz at quarterback.
Going to have to make a play here. Got Roughnecks made the stop. Now you need to answer.
Here's the pitch. It's Bigby. Here he comes across the middle. There he goes. Bigby off to the races, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Roughnecks.
What a play by the Roughnecks. Wow, what a run, cut back. And, we got some talking on the field? Or
looks like some dirty laundry.
Got a penalty.
Oh, Jason, if you're the Roughnecks here, you got to be kicking yourself. I don't know what the call is, but what a beautiful play by Bigby. All of it for nothing. Comes back, and now they reset.
I hope whoever it was is not running laps here shortly.
All right, looks like we're set to play after a little bit of confusion. 8-6 Bombers lead here in the 2nd quarter, coming up on the half. Ortiz is going to Go backwards here, hand it off. That's a big old boy right there.
Wow.
I believe that's Jordan Jeter. I believe.
Huge push by the Bombers defensive line on that run, by the way. Bombers really showing they got some defense to play as well today.
Yeah, they're the deepest team in the league, and they're definitely showing that they've got something to do. Here we go. Trying that same play. That was a touchdown. No, it's a pass. A pitch to Bigby. He throws it forward, hits the guy in the hands, and he drops it. Good defense there by the Bombers, too.
Yeah, again, showing that they have the defense as well. Roughnecks are playing well defensively, but
Ortiz going for it all. Dropped.
Goodness. This time he really should have had it.
That was Cameron Thiel with the drop, and I believe we're sitting at 4th down and long. They're going to go for it here. Ortiz drops back to pass. Look into that same right side again, same play. Knocked away, overthrown, and knocked away. Bombers will take over 1st and 10.
I'm not paid to be a coach, but when you have the same play repeatedly twice in 2 series, might not spell good things for you.
Yeah, if it hasn't worked yet. AJ Esther throws it out of the screen.
Incomplete.
Incomplete. I almost caught that one, Jason. It was right there. Esther talking to his fullback, now talking to his running back. Gets ready for the snap. Takes it, pitches it. Here we go. Pitches it back. A little trickery. Oh, it's the buzzer sounds. The sack by Will.
Wow. That's the way to close it out if you're the Roughnecks.
Today, not tomorrow, not next
We'll get this
week,
commercials and then we'll go to
next
halftime.
Today. Nobody will put the time in for you. Nobody will grind for you, rep after rep, day after day. Are you working towards your goal? Are you making yourself better? You want to know when the time is right? Well, the time is right now.
Keep your eye on the ball.
With every victory in life, it's going to take work to get there. There will be failure. You fail and fail again until you don't. You get the hit. You steal the base. You turn the double play. If you want to win when the stands are full, when the lights are brightest, win when no one is watching.
That's the key, Vince. Win when no one's watching. Unfortunately, right now for the Roughnecks, we're watching, and you're down 2 points, guys.
Down 8-6 at the half. But hey, they are down by 2 points, but you got to look at that defense, right? What they're doing to hold the Bombers. Again, the Bombers have outscored their opponents 62-14 this season. They have not scored, let's see here. They won their first game of the year 34-8 against the Lumberjacks. Second game of the year 28-6 against the Rattlers. So you got to be pleased if you're the Roughnecks defense that you've actually held them to this point, right?
Yeah, indeed. Like I said, they've come out, showed that they have a defense. And again, my bad. I think I misplayed off what you said. Sorry. Yeah, indeed. Bombers have been putting up big points all season. To hold them with only 8 points, and you saw the series. I mean, there was a couple times where Bombers looked like they had a little bit of momentum. But again, Roughnecks playing some great defense, holding them to 8 points, showing why they're the number 1 defense in the league.
Yeah, and then you look at the other side and what the Bombers have been able to do. They haven't been able to put the points up, but defensively, outside of that first possession for the Roughnecks, the Bombers have showed their defense is just as stout.
Yeah, indeed. Again, holding now again after that first series, put the first series aside. Roughnecks haven't not been able to do much. I know I mentioned it in the broadcast, but when you are throwing it to the same side, I mentioned he missed the one play where the guy was wide open, and I think unfortunately for the coaching staff, they thought, well, if he's wide open one play, he's going to be wide open the rest of the game. Unfortunately, that has not worked out. Plus, making that deep throw has been a bit of a struggle as well. Although once it was on, the receivers got to catch the ball as well, Vince.
Exactly. They, you're looking here, you're watching these plays. Accuracy has not been the best point so far for the quarterbacks, for either quarterback, honestly. But when that has been on the receivers, we've seen both teams make some misses, and that's something you can't have. Jason, I want to let the listeners and watchers know that Tuesday night, it'll be the Tuesday night tussle. We got another game coming for you right here on Belly Up TV. It'll be the Rattlers versus the Lumberjacks. And that game will kick off 8:30 tomorrow evening. And make sure you tune in. Belly Up TV. You get your Belly Up TV on the Roku or on Tiki Live app as well. And we've got all kinds of show, including your own. Jason, you are a host / co-host of TSS Fantasy. Why don't you tell the people about TSS Fantasy?
Sure, that's I could talk about TSS Fantasy all day, Vince. Thank you. No, yeah, TSS Fantasy. We are the fantasy show of the people. That's our moniker. Essentially, what we like to do. I don't like to bring the regular old fantasy talk. We like to also bring games, entertainment, bring guests on. So that's what you get with TSS. Visit us, of course, tssfantasy.com. We also like to announce, too, our wonderful new partnership with Underdog Fantasy. So if you're into fantasy, download the app, sign up. We'll match any deposit under $100. Use the code word TSS. We are the fantasy show of the people.
Yes, TSS Fantasy is not your average fantasy show. And I promise that when you watch it, you will not be bored whatsoever. Great job by the guys there at TSS Fantasy. All right, here post game, we're going to have someone else joining us. Andy Sire will jump on and talk, may even jump in during the second half with some thoughts as well. But Jason, if you're ready, we'll get started with the second half.
Let's get it on.
All right.
Be interesting to see how they bounce back. Again, been struggling a bit offensively. So it looks like Roughnecks are starting off with the ball. So let's see if they can put some points up.
Yeah, they had that very quick response to start the game. Bombers started the game with the ball. Roughnecks held them and then scored. Now here we go. Ortiz trying to show his athleticism. Throws it. Gets the offensive coordinator, Billy Greider, here on the sideline for the Bombers. Incomplete. Second half.
Get your 3D glasses on.
Here we go. He's under pressure, throwing it away. No, he doesn't. He got a catch. Let's see. They say out of bounds.
Oh, that was a dime drop of a throw, though. Good throw there, especially under the pressure he was under.
Yeah, Logan Spann plays defense. Now he's coming in playing some tight end. That throw, not quite as pretty. Incomplete, fourth down, and here we go. Punting it away, 3 and out for the Roughnecks. Here we go. Oh, up through the left side, spinning and brought down. That's Ted Nellums Jr. Good return, giving the ball right at the 49-yard line of the Bombers.
Yeah, this is crucial here now. Bombers got a lead. See if they can add on to it.
Oh, Esther throws it high, and Tedris Nellums can't bring it in.
Yeah, look a little high there. Again, most of the passes are for a day. So.
Here we go. We're going to the big boy Richardson. He fumbles.
Oh.
Roughnecks pick it up. Still going. Up the left sideline. Still going. Finally brought down by the Bombers. Richardson, what do we got going on here?
They got the ball. Oh, we had a flag, I guess. Or maybe called them down. Maybe they called them down.
Pile driver.
Boom, shalaka-laka again. Bombers again showing they could play D2.
Marcus Stevenson with the tackle. Here we go. Bigby to the middle, up to the right, squirts out there, and then brought down. Good gain there. Third and about 3 to go for the Roughnecks, trying to get the lead back. So they haven't had it since early in the first quarter.
Yeah, indeed. Like I said, they, made a big play, get the turnover. Now they have a, way to at least get the lead, take it away, take the gas out of the Bombers.
Ortiz to the right side, hits his man, caught and brought down. I believe that's Logan Spann again.
Vince, they finally got a pass on the right side completed, and it's a first down. Unreal.
They heard Jason Cooper say, quit throwing it deep. There you go. This one thrown over the middle, caught and brought down. Looks like about a gain of 6. Could not see who the receiver was.
Yeah,
but your mother's
eyes
proud.
aren't helping.
Yeah. Mama's still proud. Don't worry. All right, here we go. Ortiz looking deep on the left side. Oh, way overthrown. If you play like the play, that was a touchdown because it landed in the end zone. So, but that's when they're playing one-on-one football. It doesn't work in 9-on-9.
Yeah, actually, I thought I hit the top of that tree over there, Vince.
Showing off his strength. Here we go. Ortiz back to pass, pitching to the right side, caught and brought down immediately. There, that is. Oh, I've got that one somewhere. Taj Horton, the linebacker, number 32 with the tackle.
Yeah, good stop nonetheless. Again, Roughnecks threatening right now. It's a crucial point in the game.
Crucial indeed. This one thrown away. Is it tipped? Caught? Fumbled? He was getting ready to go in the end zone. He fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Bombers. And they fumble it. Picked up by the Bombers again. And eventually brought down. Whoa, what a play.
We know so far they've had a discussion off most things. There's definitely going to be a discussion now. But nonetheless, the Roughnecks continue to make mistakes. You can't beat a 2-0 team and continue to make mistakes like this.
Man, he was almost over the goal line, and he fumbles it. Here we go. Now a big play for the Bombers. Getting it out to the left side. First down, Bombers.
Big play, big hit, but the Bombers are out of their neck of the woods there, giving themselves some room to breathe.
Yeah, they got out of that danger zone, didn't they? A.J. Hester now looking. He's got two guys behind him. He's going to go play action, roll out to the right, looking down the field. He's got a man, big-time gain, and hit out of bounds after about 20-yard gain there by the Bombers, just rolling.
The Bombers are starting to bomb. Here they go, starting to get on a little bit of a roll.
Yeah, you don't really want them to get going like this. I mean, you had it almost in the end zone, and now you're looking the other direction. Here we go. Hand off to Roderick. No, that's not Roderick Young. I apologize. There's Richardson again, the big boy rumbling and tumbling. And flag comes down at the end of the play. And looks like it was going to be on the Roughnecks. First down, Bombers, and they are now first and goal.
Yeah, it could have been a face mask. It looks like an addition to penalty. So it looks like they're looking good here in the goal line.
Trey Richardson's been handling his business. Now A.J. Hester, there's his elusiveness again, rolling to the left. He's got it wrong. There he is. Ball goes out of bounds, fumbled. It says they're going to hold on to it, but no touchdown. Down to the 1-yard line. Bombers looking to add to the score right now as the third quarter is nearing an end.
It's like a ping pong ball. Give it to the big guy. It looks like that's what they're doing.
Yeah, Trey Richardson, 5'7", 260. That's who I would give it to. Long is back in the backfield now. And it looks like, is that the fourth quarter? That's the fourth quarter. Let's bring in now, as we break between quarters, let's add Andy Sire to the broadcast. Can you bring him in, Jason?
Yo, absolutely. My apologies. I was putting something down on him. My apologies. Let me bring him in.
There he is, Adam Sire.
I can always count on Coop to just lighten the mood no matter what. How are we doing today, boys?
The only time anything's called light around Jason's when he's lightening the mood. All right.
Or a lighter. No, just kidding.
Hey, that's why I love you.
Andy, we're happy to have you with us. You'll be with us this season as we go through these games. And we had you in here. We're breaking now between the third and fourth quarter. The current score is 8-6 Bombers. They're on the goal line getting ready, trying to add another score. Andy, I know you did a lot of research coming into this game, preparing for this game. What did you see out of the Bombers? Let's start with them coming into this game that makes you see them as a threat here in this league.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, the Bombers' big threat, 2-0 coming into this week. You know, the couple main things that I wanted to point out was the quarterback play from the Bombers is very, I don't want to say like improvised or unconventional at times, but he has a very good knack for making something out of nothing. He's fast, he's mobile, he's got a good arm, he's got good reads, he looks downfield, but he can run. And I will say their offensive line gives them a lot of run lanes for him to move if there might be a mishap with the snap, or if it's a designed quarterback run. He does have good alleyways to move the football down the field. The other thing that I really, really like from there is their defense plays very fast laterally. Teams can't go lateral on the Bombers, and I think we've seen a couple times in the first half of this game where the Roughnecks tried to go lateral on a sweep. or a quick screen, and the Bombers are able to sniff it out and get over to the sideline real fast to prevent any forward progress. So one offense, one defensive highlight for them. I really like the way they play the game. I think they have a good mixture of both strategy and athleticism coming from the offensive side of the football, which I think will carry them pretty far in this league.
Yeah, and you talk about that too. They're a deep team, which helps. But they're still playing pretty much the same guys all the time, but they've got some guys back there as well. How about the Roughnecks? They come in the number one defense in the league so far through 3 quarters, holding the number one offense of the league to only 8 points, although that may change here in the next couple minutes. But the Roughnecks coming in, that's kind of their forte, right, is defense.
It is. And one thing I will mention on this Roughneck defense is they play to the whistle. They play fast. However, I will highlight one area where I think the Bombers might be able to take advantage here in the fourth quarter is the defensive penetration from the Roughnecks. If you notice in the first half, there's a lot of penetration that, again, left those open alleyways for the Bombers to move the football down the field. So I think if they play under control and if they play up to their potential thus far after the first 2 games, then we might see a defensive stalemate here. We might see a very close football game going in this fourth quarter. But, overall, the Roughnecks, like you said, they come in boasting a defensive reputation. I think the key for them, it's like the key for any of us that played the game. You stay in your lane, you do your responsibility, and you feed off the guy in front of you and behind you, and then everything happens. You make a play. And, that's how defenses win football games. That's how defenses win championships. So I'm excited to see what this team can do defensively. I would like to see a little bit more out of them offensively, going down the field instead of side to side. But, so far, I think it's been a pretty well-fought football game.
Well fought and even for sure. Before we get to the fourth quarter, I'm going to promote myself, Jason. The Sports Stove podcast is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Belly Up TV, or you can get the audio version wherever you get your podcasts. We bring in guests. We cover professional sports and collegiate sports as well. We bring on great guests like Tom Allen, Indiana football coach. We have a lot of college football players, basketball players, especially from the local university around me, Eastern Kentucky University. And then we talk to media personalities not similar to, including Jason Cooper and Andy Sire have made appearances on the show as well. All right, Andy, we're going to say goodbye to you for the moment being. We'll bring you back on here as we get through the fourth quarter as well. And Jason, if you're ready, we'll kick off the fourth quarter.
Yeah, before we begin, America, really, the big question for Andy, though, is where the hell were you? Just joking. All right,
hey, that cuts deep. I was just gonna say, nice to see you boys, and I look forward to seeing you here in a little bit. But I'll have to save that for the end of the show.
Had to razz it up a little bit. How I do.
Have a good rest of the show, boys. I'll see you soon.
All right, we'll talk to you here in just a little bit. Andy Sire from the Sane Podcast. We'll get more information about his podcast here at the end of the game as well. All right, so let's say goodbye to Andy, and let's say hello to the fourth quarter.
Easy chip shot. So much
Before this commercial break.
We need some of that in life, right? This is highlights of the Atlanta New England Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Where's my Buffalo New England game earlier this year?
Oh, yeah, good point. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter. Bombers looking to score. One player said,
"Got it. He's in. Wow, great. So hold on, man.
There you go. We got to use. I always forget about those graphics. I apologize, Jason. All right, there we go. Going for the conversion now. Scores 14-6. AJ Esther looking to the right, talking to someone. Looks like this might be a trick play. No, there he goes. He got it. He's going to roll right, looking right, throwing. Got it. Conversion is good. 16-6. Now
Andy pointed out that lateral attack. They are constantly attacking laterally, and that showed right there in that 2-point conversion.
All right, so here we go. Roughnecks now at their own 20. Ortiz still in at quarterback, pitching to the right. That one's fumbled, and it looks like they got it back. That was Weston Bigby. Weston Bigby muffs it there, falls on it. Here we go. Ortiz looking for that deep pass down the left side. And
into double coverage once again. I'm just not sure what he's seeing out there, quite frankly.
A good job by the receiver to act like he was trying. And and then it goes out of bounds. That number jersey that he's wearing is not on the roster, on the official roster. So I need to get some updated rosters there, Roughnecks. Ortiz showing his athleticism, running up the middle before being brought down there by Taj Horton.
Probably a little too late. Should have done that a little earlier. They're a little down right now, so they're going to have to get a little more gains than the 5 or 10 yard run.
Yeah, and in the NLFA, the clock runs, so you got to make the most of your options. Here we go. This pass thrown incomplete. Logan Spann, I think the intended receiver. There were 2 guys there, but both of them overthrown.
Not a good game plan when you got 2 receivers around the same area.
Oh, here we go. So that must have been 4th down. Bombers take over. Penalty flag moves them back 5 yards. 1st and 15. A.J. Esther, quarterback. Snap is high. Rolls to the right. Now scrambles back the other direction.
There he goes.
Running.
Making something out of
Throwing over the
nothing.
middle. That was Eli Manning-esque there.
He is constantly making something out of nothing. Really good athleticism, but stop running so far back.
AJ back to pass, throwing to the right side, caught out of bounds. They're going to say he caught the ball, though, first. That's Ted Nellums Jr., the go-to receiver for the Bombers. Had you asked AJ before this game if he thought he'd ever be compared to Eli Manning, I guarantee you he'd say no.
He probably cringed as soon as you said it.
Hey, he's in Louisiana. He likes Eli Manning. Throw to the left, caught out of bounds. Looks like a 1st down. A lot of extra yardage there after the catch. Good job there by the Bombers offense. Now handing it off to Richardson. He's going to the left side, squeaking through. Is he in? Whistle finally blows. Looks like he's down short of the goal line. But that Trey Richardson, he's been looking good today.
Yeah, he's been looking real good. Because they've been attacking so loudly, once they go up the middle, it's over.
Lots of pressure here by the defense. A.J. Esther has to throw that one away. Flag comes out on the far side of the field.
AJ's watching too much Madden. You can't run backwards in real football and then throw it upfield. It's not how it works.
It's like my 10-year-old has the controller. All right, here we go. Run up the middle. Fumble. And it looks like the Roughnecks recovered.
Oh, that's the crucial turnover they needed to at least get this back into some type of football game.
1st and 10. Looks like they're inside their own 5. See, the Bombers are playing back. Here comes Ortiz to pass. He's been pressured. Now he's throwing deep down, and that one not even close to a receiver. Had to get rid of that one before he got sacked. Good job there by number.
Not his forte today.
Dominique Brooks there, the Bomber defender on the sideline that closest to the ball.
Yeah, I mean, again, not much going on that side. That's the left side of the field, opposite side. That seems to be their attack now. Attack the left side of the field.
They're going to go to the right side this time. Deep pass. And just as overthrown as the one to the left side. Defense wins championships, Jason, but you got to score points still to win some games.
You do. And again, if you're having trouble with the deed ball, stop doing it. Just throw the ball. You got 4 downs every time. You can get 5-10 yards each time.
Intercepted, picked off, and touchdown Bombers. That's a big boy. Intercepted there in the middle. I believe it was Marcus Stevenson, but I'm not sure on the play. But nonetheless, great interception. Returns it to the right side of the field for an easy touchdown. 22-6, the conversion. Still waiting. Whistle blows. Some sort of penalty.
That was the proverbial nail in the coffin, Vince.
A great reminder of The Undertaker being inducted into the Hall of Fame this week. Shout out to you, Undertaker. Conversion's good. Straight up the middle, 24-6 now the score as the Roughnecks take over on their own 20. They got to figure something out. They take a knee?
Going off your joke, Vince, I believe the Roughnecks will be resting in peace.
Perfect. I love it. All right, let's bring Andy Sire back on. Let me get this out of the way.
Oh,
sorry.
my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm the Q guy here. I keep forgetting that. My bad.
Andy, I'm trying to get you some FaceTime, my friend. I can't hear you.
Now you're on mute. Hold on. You're on mute.
You know, I just cracked a joke. I just cracked a joke at Coop, and then I leave my mic on mute. So I'm out.
Joke's on you, Andy.
I got the magic on you, bro.
Always do. Except I always win when I come on your show. So I feel
that's
like
true.
Going here.
That's true.
Andy, it was 8-6 when you came on the first time.
Mm-hmm.
That was the end of the third quarter. The final score 24-6. Andy, the bad luck charm for the Roughnecks or the good luck charm for the Bombers? Which one is it?
You know, I think it depends on the team that you ask. I mean, you know, we mentioned the struggles that both teams were having, and I think you really saw the offensive struggle of the Roughnecks, especially from the quarterback position in terms of just not finding his footing. I mean, I like the fact that they took some shots down the field in the fourth quarter, but you know, I did hear your Eli Manning joke, which was great. I was actually laughing very hard at that. But what it actually reminded me was backyard football, when you throw off your back foot and just hope that the tallest guy on the field can go up and get it. We call it the Gawagi, the go up and get it stat. And they just didn't have it. You know, the interception was huge. That was, again, Coop with the Undertaker joke. But you know, I think what you saw there was a well-rounded football team in the Bombers. You know, they came in with the number one offense in the league here, but they stepped up playing very sound, very fast defense. You know, I think it was a very well played game overall for them, and we see why they're the favorites right now, why they're the number one the team in this league.
Jason, you talked about it very early on, what we saw from the Bombers defense and how they kind of took control early. After that original touchdown, first possession touchdown for the Roughnecks, nothing could get going after that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we talked extensively about the deep ball, how that wasn't working. They kept trying it. You know, again, you know, if that's not working, there's other routes you can hit. Unfortunately, when they went that way, then it was picked. So maybe that's what they were worried about as well. So again, you know, Andy hit on it. That defense from the Bombers today really did come out, show big things, made big plays. And again, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, if you're constantly making mistakes, you're not going to continue to be undefeated. I always put it, it's the little things. That's the difference in today's game, for sure.
I like what you said there a lot, Jason, because to me, it just seemed like the Bombers went with the flow of what was working in this football game, and the Roughnecks tried to fit something into the flow of the game, and it just didn't end up working. You know, they tried the lateral stuff that got shut down. They tried the deep ball, but there was a lot of penetration up front from the Bombers' front defensive line. So, you know, you almost want to wish you could be in the Roughnecks, in the coach's mind right now, and say, you know, hey, what did we see out there that might have worked that we could have changed? I would love to know the answer to that question, because, you know, the three of us can sit here and watch and analyze the game as it's going on, but we all, and anybody who's coached before, I've coached myself a little bit, knows that in those situations, it is hard to make those adjustments. But I believe Jason had the advice of the night where he said, if the deep ball is not working, don't do it.
Yeah, Andy, you got it. And that's where I was wondering, the one adjustment that you can make, and especially in a league like the NLFA, is a quarterback adjustment. Weston Bigby has played quarterback for this team and has looked good doing so, at least running the football. He's not a great passer. Ortiz is definitely the better passer, but the passing wasn't working. I'm a little surprised they didn't go to Bigby at quarterback and let him create there off the. I don't know if you've seen the other games that have gone on this season. It seems like when Bigby's behind center, he has that same agility that AJ has for the Bombers, and we didn't even get to see it today because they handed it off to him a couple times, but he was not the quarterback at all in this game.
Yeah, I agree with you, Vince, 100%. I think that might have been the play. I would liken that to the almost Taysom Hill-esque package with the New Orleans Saints, where you have a guy that can use legs and arms to make plays, and you see what happens, you know. And I think it's just one of those things that if they made that adjustment, maybe their offense just gets a little spark. If it works, I don't know, but maybe it just leads to something further happening for their offensive football team. And it might have been the change they needed. It might not have been, but at that point when you're down, why not try it?
Exactly. Why not try it?
You actually mentioned it in the broadcast. You were, I think, even maybe at halftime, if I remember correctly, you're wondering if he was maybe he was in the beginning. I remember you mentioning this earlier. And again, like you said, listen, we talked today, and you pointed out when I said deep ball's not working. Same thing when the quarterback's not working. Listen, go back to the basics. We go back to the basics. Football is a move for the ball forward kind of game. Just move the ball forward. Start with that. Stop running 20 yards behind the field to make 5 yards. It doesn't make sense. Get your feet in the dirt and move forward, period.
Yeah, and Ethan Ortiz has played wide receiver this season as well. He's 6'1", 200 pounds. He's got some good size. So if he can get out there, he might give you a better option at wide receiver. He doesn't have quite the speed, but we saw some athleticism from Ortiz today as well, even when he took off running. So maybe the answer isn't necessarily Weston Bigby, but the answer may have just been simply let's run the football a little bit more and kind of see what goes on from there. So the Roughnecks fall to 2-1, their first loss of the season. 24-6. Holland Witherspoon has his Bossier City Bombers rolling right now in the NLFA. And a reminder, a game tomorrow evening, Lumberjacks versus Rattlers right here on Belly Up TV at 8:30. Make sure you tune in there. I believe it's DJ and Andrew that'll have the call for you. Yep. On that one as well. Andy, we haven't had a chance to hear about your podcast yet, your show. Why don't you tell the people about it and where they can find it at?
Yeah, thank you, Vince. I'm the host of the Sane podcast. I've had the pleasure of actually being on Jason's show and Vince's show, and I think we've all had a pretty good party time here. My show covers a little bit of everything. We cover pro sports, we cover business, we cover fitness, finance, society, talk a lot about cannabis and athletics and how it's, becoming more recognized as a performance enhancer, so to speak. But my show is about bringing out the person beyond the profession. So I'm very lucky to have had professional athletes on there and gotten to know them as people, and being able to text them back and forth now as friends. So if you're into that, if you're into learning about the person behind the jersey, behind the profession, go follow the Sane podcast on Instagram, Twitter, all the platforms you can listen to your podcast, Apple, Spotify. We are on Belly Up TV, Tiki Live, 5 days a week. And yeah, we hope to, maybe you boys and I will do a show on there sometime, and we'll get some popcorn out and we'll have us a little fun. But anywhere you like your sports talk, your entertainment talk, we'd love to have you listen. And for those of you who do listen and watch, we appreciate you. We love you. And let's continue the ride.
I just 1 second. I'm looking at my phone. I don't see your name's not in here. Wait, you're texting all these football. You don't have my number? What's going on, man?
You're too big time for me. The commissioner? I don't have the commissioner's number.
That's right. Yeah, I'm sitting over here coaching high school basketball. I don't get the phone call either. Thanks a lot, Andy.
So now I'm the ass. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Well, you said it, not me. Andy Sire from the Sane podcast. He'll be on with us all season long, and looking forward to doing more work with this team. Commissioner Cooper, Jason Cooper, again over at TSS Fantasy. I'm Vince Stover from the Sports Stove podcast. We thank you for watching this debut of Belly Up Media's coverage of the LFA Football Alliance there, North Louisiana Football Alliance on Belly Up Sports. And soon, Jason, do you know when is it Wednesday that they're going to have an LFA show? Should have asked that before the program.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not sure when. I know that it's in the process, but I believe they do their show on Wednesday. That's the Scoreboard X podcast. They're also planning on doing the version of a show for the league, and I believe that's on Wednesday after they do their own show. So yeah, I do believe so.
All right, so keep up. Right. If you follow, all right, if you can follow at Belly Up Media. It'll be posted there as well on social media there as well. All right, boys, we've got I just did something. Sorry about that. The final score is 24-6. The Bombers go to 3-0. The Roughnecks drop to 2-1. Gentlemen, great program tonight. Until next time, we'll see you at the next Monday Night Mayhem.